11 students at Belmont Secondary School are getting a real-life lesson in politics. For years, the Sauk School District has said Belmont needs to be replaced with 2 schools. The district says the building is falling into disrepair and the population boom in the West Shore means it's a tight squeeze in classrooms and hallways. Now, students are taking matters into their own hands with a petition and a meeting with the Education Minister. Astrid Brownschmidt joins us live with more. Astrid?
Well, Eric, the group is led by one determined 16-year-old, Ravi Parmar, who says if the adults aren't going to affect change in his community, the students will.
If anybody has any petitions right now, we just want to count them and see how many we have.
In less than a week, Ravi Parmar has collected more than 500 signatures on this petition.
I'm calling on the BC government and the Ministry of Education to fund 2 new high schools in the West Shore, replacing Belmont, which, as you know, is not in the greatest condition.
There's duct tape on the floor, ceiling tiles are missing, and there are asbestos warnings on the walls. And when the bell rings, the hallways are crowded. It was a tight squeeze when I was a student here many years ago, and the student population is on the rise fast. Today, there are more than 1,400 students enrolled in classes in the school. In the next 15 years, the district expects enrollment to increase by 55%. The school district's arguments for 2 new high schools have struck a chord with these grade 11s.
It's got character.
Exactly.
Armed with the enthusiasm of youth and Ravi leading the way, they're fighting for change with posters, a Facebook page, and the petition. What began as a discussion in class has become a real-life lesson in provincial politics.
This is a perfect opportunity to take any kind of learning out of the classroom and bring in relevancy. This is real life.
What's next? Students will use new skills in persuasive writing to draft letters to the Minister of Education. Then it's off to the legislature. MLA John Horgan is so impressed with Ravi's initiative, he has invited the 16-year-old to a meeting with Minister Abbott next week.
We've been working on this as a community for the past 5 or 6 years. To have a young man like Ravi now saying to his fellow students, it's time that we took action. That's good news for democracy. It's good news for the body politic in the West Shore.
If adults aren't going to step up for us, then it's the students' turn, and we are going to fight as hard as we can to get Belmont 2 new high schools.
And you can help. Ravi hopes to have 1,000 signatures on the petition by Monday.